Hello and welcome to Staying Ahead of the Curve. I'm Jeff Snyder with Camac Retirement Group, and joining me today is Elaine Sarsynski from MassMutual Retirement Services. Elaine, it's great to have you on the show today.
Thank you. Good to be here.
We just went through this volatile market. We're continuing to see up and downs. People get scared. We went through 2008. That was a significant event. Is it your estimation, just based on looking at data, that people have learned from the experience of 2008? People are, kind of staying the course, continuing to contribute to the retirement plan, and what's your sense for what people are doing based on the recent market conditions?
We always track the average balances, the contribution levels, and the retirement readiness at the employer level for their employees, as well as the employee individual retirement readiness. And we are seeing continued savings rates increase. We're seeing matches in terms of the plan design, the employer match. We're seeing some creative stretch matches coming into play. And we're seeing more robust campaigning so that we're driving action at the individual levels. And importantly, employers understand that to the extent that their employees are not ready for retirement at a reasonable age, just let's say 67, and they don't have the replacement income, let's say at least 75%, there will be an increased liability as their employee base ages, and that liability really can be measured in terms of additional health care cost, disability cost, workers' comp increases. So we often will talk to employers, CFOs, CEOs, HR directors of companies about the liability that their firms will be dealing with as the employee base ages. So again, going back to the basics, understanding the demographics, having data to help measure metrics of retirement readiness, and really understanding the liability at the corporate level in the event that your employees just aren't ready for retirement.
Individualism is extremely important, so having that personalized approach really helps lead to plan success.
It's critical. In the past we used to work on marketing campaign and everybody get the same message, and it didn't really depend upon your life stage or any nuances about your demographic. Today we are so fine-tuned at MassMutual as it relates to the individual that we're trying to communicate with. So we know today we have over 100 ways to work with an individual campaign, and we try to target that individual in the plan. And if they want to be communicated with online, or whether it's through a call center, or perhaps they want to receive a postcard in the mail, whatever it might be, we'll know that through our data and through our interaction at the consumer level. So we use a lot of consumer marketing techniques at MassMutual.
There might be a person who has an Android or an iPhone device and wants to receive information that way. Video is an important medium as well. So it really comes down to personal preference, and allowing for that can really help lead to plan success.
Without question. I think that what really turns any consumer off is if you're not speaking to them. And so what we try to do at the company is we try to interact with people the way they wish to be interacted with. And what we really want to do is to make it easy for them, simple to use products and solutions and guidance tools. And we want them to take the next best step, whether that's selecting their benefit package that is appropriate for them at their life stage, or if it's to focus on their retirement readiness and getting them to take the next best step in retirement, whether that's increasing a deferral amount, reallocating their investment platform, or perhaps maybe working on a step-up provision they have available to themselves.
I think we would agree that every plan is unique. Every plan is its own ecosystem. Yes. With its own demographics, and whether you're a law firm or another type of organization, a government, you have a different set of employees that need to be tailored to. Mm-hmm. And so that necessitates a holistic view of that particular ecosystem, and vis-a-vis through a well-designed applied program. So whether or not you use auto-enrollment, auto-escalation, or even have a Roth feature, really is predicated on what the ecosystem looks like, what the environment looks like. And so you have to really, as a employer, have the pulse on what's going on with your employees and how they respond to information.
I couldn't agree more with this statement, because it's really up to the advisor, the plan sponsor, and the employer to make sure that we understand the demographics of the plan, we understand the employee's needs, we understand any cultural biases in the population, and then be able to use data to not only have a plan design that works appropriately, but also that communication and campaign ability at the participant level to drive action. So if you have, let's say, a portfolio where there are, the majority of the people are, let's say, Hispanic speaking, or the majority of the people are women, or the majority of the participants might be millennials versus baby boomers, all of those dynamics have to come into plan design, communications at the participant level, and the investment platform.
Elaine Sarsynski, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.